a man burst into the animal clinic, out of breath and frantic. "Guys, I need your help. I hit a dog. A really good one. She ran right in front of my car." He gently laid the dog, a beautiful Labrador retriever, onto the examination table. The team of vets immediately got to work. The dog was conscious, barely making any sound, just looking up at everyone with confused and sad eyes as they tended to her. Luckily, the dog hadn't suffered any major injuries. After receiving a solid dose of anti-shock therapy, she lay her head down on her paws, tired and hopeless. The man, looking visibly shaken, pleaded, "I'll cover all the costs, just please take care of her. I'm in a rush, I have work. Put out some ads. The owner's gotta be looking for her. If no one claims her, someone will definitely adopt her. She's too wonderful to be left behind." And with that, he hurried off. The clinic agreed to keep the dog. By the next morning, announcements about the lost dog were sent out across all the major local papers and on the radio. Calls and visitors poured in from people eager to adopt such a lovely dog. We carefully took down the details of potential new owners, but deep down, we kept waiting for the real one. "But how will we know for sure if it's the true owner?" one of the vets mused. "What if some random guy just says she's his?" The dog, whom we nicknamed Bella, stayed with us for almost a week. At night, she whimpered quietly and even managed to chew through a box of IV supplies. During the day, Bella behaved well, walking outside off-leash whenever asked, though her head hung low, full of sadness. She ate with little enthusiasm, but she ate. Finally, one day, he showed up. A middle-aged man walked into the clinic. He greeted us politely, and then, almost as if his legs couldn't hold him up any longer, sank into a chair with a deep sigh. "I was told my dog is here. Is that true?" he asked, his voice tired and soft. We exchanged glances. The dog was in the other room. "What does your dog look like?" one of us asked. "And who told you she was here?" "I've been looking for her for days. She took off while I was chatting with a friend, ran off after another dog. I've been searching every clinic in the area. Finally, someone at another vet's office mentioned you had a lost dog here," he explained. The man then went on to describe Bella in detail, her markings, her collar, even her favorite habits. We all prepared ourselves for the emotional reunion. The reunion was indeed something special. The moment Bella saw her owner, she let out a sound like nothing we'd ever heard before. Half whine, half bark, almost like a sob. She rushed to him, pressing her head onto his knees, and immediately launched into a hurried, emotional conversation. "Woof, woof, 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 woof," Bella seemed to explain. She was telling him all about her misadventures, how she had been chasing after the most captivating scent, how she lost track of him in pursuit of another dog. She seemed to apologize for getting hit by the car, for being so foolish, and how strange it was being surrounded by unfamiliar people, food, and smells. Most of all, she seemed relieved that he'd finally found her. The man gently stroked her head the entire time, listening patiently. All right, I get it. Go on, get in the car. I'll be there in a minute." Bella shot toward the door, nudging it open with her nose. She pushed through the clinic's exit and made a beeline for the old truck parked outside. With practiced ease, she opened the passenger door with her paw and hopped inside, sitting upright like a perfectly trained school kid, waiting for the bell. The man, his eyes glistening with unshed tears, looked back at us and asked, "How much do I owe you?" We all looked at each other, struggling to hold back our own emotions. "You know what? Just take her home. We're glad she's found you," one of the vets said, wiping away a tear. Another vet, suddenly remembering our earlier conversation about how we'd know if someone was Bella's real owner, couldn't help but chime in. "And you guys were asking how we'd know the real owner? Well, this is how." He wiped his eyes and watched as the man with Bella by his side drove away.